we cover everything?
Well, so the last thing we kind of talked about is me. I mentioned I've been playing paintball since I was 12. I've kind of evolved as a player, as you might imagine, over the 17 or 18 years.
I think you're still the deadly, sneaky little shit that you are now that you were back then.
Yeah, well, yes, but there's differences because I started playing paintball with Big Mark, your dad, and other people, but I mostly was playing with those two, and I often started when I was 12. I'm like, I don't really know what I'm doing. This is fun. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna kind of stick with you guys. I'm gonna kind of learn the ropes, and I did that for a couple of years where I was like. There was probably like a summer or two where I was basically like your dad's shadow for a bit. He'd go and then I'd go, and occasionally I'd go with somebody else. But it'd often be him going, and he doesn't run anywhere, so it was like him walking somewhere and me kind of being behind him and being his cover. Like I wouldn't always be behind him; I might be off to the side a little bit, but it was basically being his sidekick for the first year or two or whatever. And there was good times because often I'm this short little kid. I was pretty short at the time, still a little bit short, but much shorter at the time, being 12. I was often overlooked and stuff, so they would take out Dan and I could just hunker down in something. And there was, I think, the first time, I don't want to say I arrived because I got killed and didn't kill anybody, but the first time I really was like excited about doing something was I was on a team, everybody got eliminated except for me. And there were 7 guys, and they know there's somebody left because the ref knows I'm there, so they haven't called the game. They're all spread out, and they're all walking slowly, and I'm like, fuck.
Is this the one where up at Combat Zone that was the Alamo?
No, I had an Alamo story too, but This one isn't the Alamo. This was one of the fields they didn't play very often. It had a bunch of ferns in it. And
that's Field 3, yeah. I love that field.
I was hiding in some ferns, and I'm watching these guys come. And I'm like, fuck. And I'm like, I could call myself out. I could just say, you guys got this. But I was like, nope. I'm going down swinging. I came out and like this, just shot. And I didn't hit anybody. But all the guys, they shot me. They were all super impressed. And I was like, cool. As a 13-year-old, you're getting all this praise from people. I was like, really cool. So then, I'd had other times where I was more successful, where I remember one time vividly was your dad and myself, and we're holding down the base, and 4 guys are rushing us, and your dad gets taken out, and the 4 guys, they know it's just me, just a little kid holding down the base. They all rush, bam, 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 and I took all 4 of them out, and they're like, fuck. And I was like...
I told you, the sneaky little shit I've always known and played.
Yeah, and so, like I said, I did that for a couple of years, and as I got to 15 years old, I was like, all right, I have more confidence in this game now. I had gotten slightly, a new barrels, little things, little, upgrades and things like that. So I grew to be more aggressive at that point, and as opposed to just going up, kind of defending, playing it very cautiously, playing it safe. And a lot of times you'd end the day with 5-6 kills, and you would be really excited about that.
The game or the day?
The day.
Okay, because that's how I'm at. I get 5 or 6 kills in a day, I'm ecstatic.
But my mentality changed when I was getting to my late teens, where now instead of playing it safe, playing aggressively, I know the fields really well. So I'm running out full sprint at the beginning of the game to the middle of the field where the best cover is, and I'm taking out their aggressive players first. Sometimes I got killed, but oftentimes I'd go out, I knew where a good spot was, I took out their aggressive players, and then it's like, now I can hold this spot, wait for my team to come up, and then I can slowly kind of crawl around and take them out from behind. And that was kind of, it seemed to be, a fun thing to do. You run up, hold the field, and then you sneak around the backside, you crawl, go through the brush, whatever, come behind, get some more people. And I kind of continue doing that even to today, to an extent. I think your camera just died.
No, okay, well, just use yours. Yeah, it died. Well, just use yours.
Do you want to move it on there?
No. It's fine right there.
Okay.
It's there.
All right.
There we go.
So jump back a little bit there. So I mean, I kind of continue that to today, that type of play style, but where I kind of evolved from there, as opposed to just being aggressive, going up and getting kills and being excited about getting kills. It kind of changed to now I'm in paintball, at least a combat zone. I'm going to carry the team to victory. I'm going to go up, and it went from getting 5-6 kills in a day, being excited, to getting 25 to 30 kills in a day, and being excited about that. So, and where it kind of was carrying the teams, where I'm going out and I'm not just killing the players. I'm playing the objective. I'm going and getting the flags multiple times, or whether it's capture the flag. I'm eliminating their teams. I'm pushing their team up. I'm doing the dirty work to actually help the team win the objective. Not just go out, I got 30 kills, too bad we lost every game. I'm like, I got 30 kills and we won, 7 out of the 8 games today. So it was kind of that mentality changing. And the game that was by far my best game ever was the Alamo. That field where you have a fort in the middle and you're surrounded on all sides. And you're stuck in there. And other fields have some type of Alamo or a castle, a fort, whatever. But the problem with the Alamo was the walls were very short, so you weren't really well defended. And it seemed like the teams on the inside lost most of the time.
Gary did tell me it was the last game of the day because it allowed people to either shoot up all the ammo they had, or they would buy a ton of ammo and just go in there and just rip through. I mean, he's like, for him, He told me that was the big let's sell some paint game.
Right, and that makes sense. I totally understood that, and I got that. But I was on the inside, and being the inside is hard because you do have a wall in front of you, but your back's exposed to the other side, and you're surrounded on all sides. So people are getting lobbed over, and they're hitting you in the back. So you have to position yourself carefully, and you have to defend to make sure they don't push up. And it made it very difficult. So that particular game, you have to wait like 5-10 minutes before they'll sound the horn, and then you're allowed to leave the fort. And our team was getting hammered. We were playing probably 20 on 20 or something like that. I played it pretty safe the first 5 minutes. I kind of waited, and then when they called it out, I got down on my belly and crawled through weeds, only like this high in some spots. I was really crawling through, snuck out, got up to the fence, and out of the 20 people on their team, I killed 15 of them. I went all around the field and took out their whole team.
Now,
so it was like, and literally won the game single-handedly because we were getting our ass kicked up to that point. So
for many years, I wouldn't play the Alamo. The first few times I played it, I was on the outside, and we won because it's easier to be on the outside. I'd be on the inside, and I would get shot from random directions, and trying to leave when you're shot, even though you got your gun up and everything like that, there's trigger-happy people out there, and you get shot again as you're trying to get a field. So you just have to ignore it. The one time I was in the Alamo and we won is, we started as like, okay, this is 12 o'clock. You had that tower on the one corner. That's 12 o'clock. I ran up there, and I was shouting out to everybody. I couldn't take any shots because if you poke up, you're just dead.
Right.
But I was looking through between the logs and calling out where people were, even people that were in the trailer that was like on the backside because they put that trailer there. And my dad, he was playing there, and I think Big Mark was playing too. And they said if I hadn't been calling out where people were, the enemy was, we would have lost. Because it's like I was just like at 10:30, there's a guy on the left side of that trailer, right on the bottom of it. That was the one time my team won when we were inside. And
I definitely agree.
After that, I was like, I'm not playing anymore. So
I didn't play it every time. Sometimes they'd play it twice a day, one team on the outside, one team on the inside, or sometimes they play zombie game at the end where it was infinite respawn. So
I liked that. That was fun.
Yeah, and I usually played those games. If I knew I was going to be back in 2 weeks, I didn't feel necessarily compelled to have to use all my paints on. And Gary was okay with that. If you bought the paint here and you brought it back and it was still good, he didn't care if you used it next time. So I didn't always do those games, but I played many games in the Alamo. I remember playing one there was a lot of people. It was probably 30 on 30. There was a lot of people. It was one of the busier days. And we're shooting, and it couldn't have been more than 3... It was less than 5 minutes. I turned around, it's just me and your brother left. Holy fuck. So
I think we're going to die, Davy Crockett.
Yeah. So you definitely get slaughtered a lot on the inside of that field.
Yeah. Which is, again, why I never really play it. I like to ref it, though. I'd go out and help ref it. Yeah. But even though I had shitty hearing, there have been, I don't know how many times, like, I'd hear, ref, and I go running over there. It's like, I need paint, and I'd, give them paint and call, let Gary know whatever. But they're like, I was calling you forever. It's like, I'm sorry, I'm almost deaf in my left ear, and there's so much noise out here. So.
Yeah.
All right, well, I think we'll call it a wrap right there. I'm Sparrow Jackson with Sparrow Jackson Airsoft.
I'm Brownicus.
And part of the Squirrel Team 6. And see you on the field.
Lesbian Nazi hookers abducted by UFOs and forced into weight loss programs. All this week on Town Talk.